There's a table. Nobody in India ever showed it to you. It's the most important table of your life because it decides the exact year you get to stop working. Save 10% of what you earn, you retire in 51 years. Save 30%, 28 years. Save 50%, 17 years. Save 70%, 8.5 years. Your retirement is not a goal, it's a calculation. And right now, most of you are running the numbers without knowing it. Last year, I did this math on myself. I was 27. My savings rate was 14%. According to the table, my retirement year was 2059. I'd be 59. I didn't sleep for 3 nights because I realized something. Every Indian I grew up with is running some version of this calculation, and almost none of them know the answer. So I went looking. I wanted to find Indians who had beaten the table, who had actually retired by 35. What I found was not what I expected. I thought I'd find startup founders, IITians with 40 lakh packages, guys who sold companies before 30. I didn't find any of them. I found Radhika, a school teacher in Pune, retired at 34. Highest salary she ever earned, 24 lakh a year. I found Kishore, a backend engineer in Hyderabad, retired at 33. Never worked at a unicorn. Never had a startup exit. I found Meher, a dentist in Kochi, retired at 35. Runs a small clinic 3 mornings a week because she wants to. 12 people. Average household income, 22 lakh a year. Not crores. Not luck. Not equity. All of them had done one thing that nobody else in their circle had done. They had understood what the table actually measures. Here's what they understood. The table isn't about money, it's about one ratio. What you keep divided by what you spend, not what you earn. That's the trick most people miss. 2 doctors, same degree, same city, same clinic size. Dr. A earns 80 lakh a year, spends 75 lakh, savings rate 6%, retirement year 2072. Dr. B earns 30 lakh a year, spends 10 lakh, savings rate 67%, retirement year 2034. Dr. B retires 38 years earlier, on 1/3 the income. The table doesn't care how much you make, it cares about the gap. The space between what comes in and what goes out. That gap is the only engine. Everything else is noise. So the obvious answer is save more, except it's not obvious at all. The average Indian saves 15%, not because they earn too little, because 3 invisible forces hold the rate down. 1, the rent ceiling. Every city has a minimum cost of existing in it. Mumbai, 45,000. Bangalore, 35,000. Delhi NCR, 30,000. Below that number, the city rejects you. You can't rise without paying the toll. 2, the peer ceiling. You cannot visibly spend less than your friends. Not the iPhone, not the wedding gift, not the Europe trip, not the brother-in-law's BMW. Spending less looks like failing. So you spend to stay level. 3, the identity ceiling. You are what people see you spend on. A doctor who drives a Swift is a failed doctor, even if he's worth 8 crore. These 3 ceilings compound, and they log the average Indian savings rate at 15%, which is a 40-year retirement plan. Now, here's what Radhika, the Pune teacher, told me. You can't raise your savings rate by earning more. You'll spend it, you can't raise it by spending less. You'll resent it. There's only one lever that works. You have to decouple status from spending. But think about what that means. Most of what you buy is not for you, like it's proof. The proof that you made it. A proof that you're not the kid from the small town anymore. Proof that the engineering degree paid off. Radhika's salary is 24 lakh. She lives on 6. Not because she's frugal, because she stopped using money to tell anyone anything. She doesn't hide her money. She just stopped performing it. But that's the liver. And it's the only one that doesn't require you to suffer. Here's the part of FIRE videos nobody shows you. Of the 12 people I interviewed, 2 went back to work by 37. Not because they ran out of money. Kishore, the Hyderabad developer, told me, for the first 6 months, it was amazing. I slept till 10. I played guitar. I read 14 books. By month 7, I didn't know who I was anymore. At every wedding, every family dinner, every old school WhatsApp group, somebody asked me, so what do you do? And I had no answer. I had retired from a job, but I hadn't retired into anything. And this is the part FIRE influencers hide. If you retire at 35, you still have 50 years left. Money will run, identity won't. And you will not know how heavy nothing to do feels until you are drowning in it. So here's what I believe now. You don't want to retire at 35. You want the option to. Every year you raise your savings rate is a year earlier you unlock that option. You may never use it, but having it changes everything about how you work. The moment you know you could quit tomorrow, you stop needing permission from bosses, from family, from the city. The goal isn't retirement. The goal is the slow, quiet elimination of every person you need approval from. That's what the people in my interviews actually bought. Not a beach, a door. Tonight, do one calculation. Take last month's take home, subtract last month's spending, divide by the take home. That's your savings rate. Now open this table. 10% to 51 years, 20% to 37, 30% to 28, 40% to 22, 50% to 17, 60% to 12, 70% to 8.5. Find your row. Add that number to your current age. That's your retirement year. Write it down somewhere. You'll see it every morning. Because most people will die without ever doing this math. Don't be one of them.